Hi everyone, I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Today's video is a review on Catrice Cosmetics. I have a few of their products, actually more than a few, there's actually quite a lot. But I thought I would show you what I have, show you swatches as well of the eyeshadows and things that I have, and yeah, just give you my opinion of them. So let's just jump right in. First products that I'm going to show you are the eyeshadows. I have 4 singles and then one of the quads, just the palettes that has 4 of them in there. This one is just a really deep teal green color. It's a really pretty color. And this one is, I think it's Vanessa's Paradise, number 490. I'll put everything down below if you're interested. And this one is there. That is the swatch for that one. So it's very pigmented. It has a bit of sparkle in it. It doesn't really show any sort of green reflect or anything like that, but it does have a lot of sparkle. I don't know if you can see. Very impressive. Next color we have is this sort of, it's a really strange color. It's got like a sort of gold pinky reflect to it. This one doesn't swatch very well. It's not very pigmented. So that is that one over there. Sorry. It's this one here. And this one is number 590 in Dorian's grey or Dorian's grey. I'm not sure how you would pronounce that, but it's this really pretty color. All of these are workable, so if they're not very pigmented you can still work with them. You just need to put them on a base. These swatches don't have any, I don't have a base underneath them, I don't have any primer or anything, it's just on bare skin, so it'll probably work better if you put a base underneath it. Then the next one we have is this really pretty pale yellow. It's a pastel yellow. It's really pretty. Excuse the nails, I need to redo them. And this one is swatched over there. So again, not highly pigmented. It could do with a little bit more pigment, but at the same time it's not a really bright yellow, it's more of a pastel, so you're not going to get a very bright yellow finish if that's what you're looking for with this color. And this one is number 460 in John Lemon. These eyeshadows, I'm under correction, but I think they're about 25 Rand. I found them at Dischem, and that's not a bad price for these single little eyeshadows. Then the next color we have is this green. It's not really a lime. Well, I suppose it is a lime, but it's sort of leaning more towards the pastel-y side. And this one is that swatch over there. This one is a bit more pigmented than the yellow, not as pigmented as this teal color, but still, again, you can work with them. Then we move on to the quad. This quad actually is in their permanent line. This one is the limited edition one, and it's the Rumble in the Jungle quad. The only difference between this limited edition one and the one for the permanent line is this jungly graphic thing on the front of the lid, and also these two shades, the purple and the green, are switched around, so the green is the bigger pan and the purple is the smaller pan, but that's pretty much the only difference between. So in this quad we have a gold, this is more of a lime green, and then we have a sort of camo green and a purple, and all of them are swatched down here. There's the gold, there's the lime purple, and then that dark camo green. The only color I don't like in this quad, or I'm not really impressed with in this quad, is this gold color. It is very grainy and it can be quite difficult to work with. If you put it on, it doesn't go on smoothly because of its strange texture. But I mean, whatever, you know, this quad was, I think, 50 Rand, and again, you know, for what you're paying, you're actually getting a really good product. You're getting a lot of payoff, as you can see, a lot of color payoff. Some of them are hit and miss. I mean, some of them are more pigmented than others, but that's what you're going to get, I think, in every line. If you, whether it's high-end or drugstore or whatever the case may be, you're going to get hit and miss products. The next product I use on a everyday basis. I think I've used this in all of my videos so far, and it is the Catrice Multicolor Compact Powder for darker skin. They actually didn't have one for lighter skin, but I mean, you can still work with it. And it's just this sort of marbled bronzer kind of compact powder. I thought it was very interesting, and this one still actually has its price on it, and this was 50 Rand. I like it. It works for me. It can, if you use it with a heavy hand, it can look a bit orange, but for the most part it looks pretty good. I'm actually wearing it right now. Again, I always use this. Okay, so the next product I have is a bit of a miss for me. I don't know if I'm just not using it correctly or what the case may be, but it is this Catrice Prime and Fine Smoothing Refiner for Invisible Pores and Lines. So that is what it looks like there, and that is the product. It's just this pinky color. The texture of this is really nice. It almost feels like a gel and a silicone kind of feel to it. That's the kind of, you know, impression I get from this. And you're supposed to put it obviously where you want to cover your pores, or, you know, cover your lines or fill them in or whatever. And I just find that it slides all over. It doesn't stay in one place. If you're going to use, well, my opinion is, if you're going to use a product like this to sort of get rid of any texture or anything like that, or fill in your pores or fill in those lines, it needs to stay where you put it. It needs to sort of do its job and slide on and sort of stay where you put it. But this, I find it doesn't stay. I mean, you've got to put it underneath your foundation and underneath your concealer and everything, and I just find that it slips and slides everywhere, and it kind of makes my concealer a little bit cakey, which I really don't like. And yeah, so this is a bit of a miss. We have the concealer by Catrice, and it's called the Catrice Camouflage Cream, and it just looks like that. And this one is in number 010 Ivory. It's quite nice. It's quite a thick cream. You need to sort of warm it up with your fingers before you apply it to especially your under eyes, and so that it will sort of slide on and we don't get those horrible little lines caused by pulling our eyes. But for the most part, you know, I don't have a problem with this product. I will use it, and I do use it. Not as often as I should, because I've got another concealer that a more high-end concealer that I'd like to use. The next product we have is also a sort of primer, but this one is for eyeshadow. This is an eyeshadow base, and when I looked at this, I really liked the color. This is more of a, I have a NYX one that is supposed to be skin tone, but it's very orange, and I don't like that. So I looked at this one, and I like the color of this one. This is also another miss for me. I don't like it because it doesn't stay. It just slides all over the place. I don't feel it gives enough coverage on the eye to actually be effective, you know, at keeping your eyeshadow on your eye. Okay, so the next two products we have are the blushes. I have two blushes, and the one is this one. It's a really pretty peach color with a sort of gold reflect to it, and this one is number 050 Apropos Apricot. I hope I'm saying that correctly and not butchering the name. I use this one quite often, so that's it there. I prefer this one to the other one. It's more pigmented than the pink that I have. Okay, so this is the second blush that I have, and this one is in number 040 Think Pink sort of color, and this one doesn't have any sparkles in it. This peach one is loaded with sparkles. but it doesn't look, they're very fine, it's not glitter, it's just shimmer basically. Okay, then one of my favorite products from Catrice, and I use it every day or whenever I put on my makeup. I always use this unless I forget, which has happened before. But anyway, this is the Catrice eyebrow set, and I'm sure you've seen this in my other videos before. This set is so nice. I find that it matches my eyebrow color perfectly, and it actually comes with two colors, the lighter and the darker color. And then you obviously, if you're in between, you can mix the two, or you can use one with the other, however you want to use it. And the nice thing about this set, and the nice thing actually about all Catrice products, is their packaging is actually really nice. And some of them come with little gimmicky things, like this one. The bottom has a little sort of drawer that slides out. And in that drawer is a little set of tweezers and a angled little brush and a little spoolie for your eyebrows. Personally, I don't use this. I find this brush a little bit too stiff, and it's quite awkward, you know, holding it like that because it's so small. I mean, it's tiny. But I suppose, you know, if you want to travel light or lighter and not take a brush for your eyebrows, everything is in this little kit for you. Okay, then the next product also has to do with eyebrows, and it actually looks pretty gross because, well, I've used it, and most eyebrow gels do this after a certain period of time. So I just have the Catrice clear brow gel. It's not so clear anymore, but it was. And basically what it is just a eyebrow gel, or even an eyelash gel if you want to use it for that. What's unique about this wand is from the one side it just looks like a normal mascara wand. Then you turn it around and you've got these bristles, the bristles on the other side. So it actually, if you've got thicker eyebrows, this will work for you. As well as if you don't have thicker eyebrows, you can use whichever side you want. And that this eyebrow gel sets my eyebrows in place the whole day. I don't need to worry about them moving or any of the powder maybe coming off or moving around, and it really does keep them in place. So this is another one of my favorite products of theirs. Then the last product I have is pretty new. I've only used it once, and it's the Prime and Fine highlighting powder for a luminous glow. It almost becomes like a gold sort of highlight, a pinky goldy highlight, which is really pretty and quite surprising because you don't see that in the pan. It actually just in the pan itself it looks matte, and you're thinking, okay, how is this going to highlight anything? I actually have it on today over there. But when you swatch it, it's very, very pretty. Anyway, that's all of the Catrice products I have. If you are thinking of trying new things, trying out new colors, but you don't actually want to spend a whole lot of money, because let's face it, a lot of people don't wear color every day, but you know, you might want to play around with it or whatever the case may be, I would definitely recommend you check out this brand. It is really, all of their products are really inexpensive, and you can start if you haven't got any makeup, you know, you can start your kit using a brand like this because it's not expensive and it's not, you know, it's not bad quality. So anyway guys, that's the end of the video. I hope you found this helpful and informative if you're looking to grow your makeup collection or start a makeup collection. Again, I definitely would recommend you check out these products. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe. You can also follow me on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. I'll leave all of those links down below, and I hope you have a great day, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye.